Good morning, everybody. Where I'm at is snowing. It normally doesn't snow this early in the morning. And I'm back at it again. Gotta do my hour. I've done 7 minutes. We're just gonna say it's 7 minutes so far. So come on. It's snowing really bad. I think I'm going tobogganing today. I think I'm going to the tobogganing today. Has anyone ever, if you haven't seen snow before, anybody not seen snow? This is actually the earliest I can remember it snowing, because it normally snows around November the 18th, and there are still leaves on the ground. So now it has to snow, and then the snow got to melt, and then somebody got to come pick up the leaves. I should have got my leaves done a couple of weeks ago when he asked me. He said, "You want me to come do the leaves?" I was like, "Nah, I'm going to pass." I should not have passed on that. I don't know what I was thinking about. But I wish I was in Indonesia right now, where it's warm. That I do know. That I do know. So yeah. So the government workers are going to start getting paid. So this is great news. So hopefully they will come up with a appropriate budget that everybody is, the eight that crossed over, are willing to agree to for January. So this will hold us over to January, and then we start all over again. So I'm hoping that they can come to a common ground, and that we will not experience some of the coldest weather. This feeling of people not having money to get gas, can't eat, and they're still expected to come to work. The pressure of it's too much for me to do this by myself when we need everybody on board. So yeah, come on in. It's funny how like certain information does well and certain information doesn't do well. I am gonna post this on my personal page. Good morning, whoever you are, or good evening. Where are you at in the world? May leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Everything you see, every short, is a place that I've been. So make sure you subscribe. Tell me where you're from so I can give you a shout out. Oh, I guess you didn't want to tell me. Or whoever. Oh, no, it's more people. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Hello, Claudia. How are you? Hello, Diane. Hello, Lemon Bentoff. Is that how you, Buttonoff? Is that how you say it? Did I say it right? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Good morning, Diane. I said your name. You didn't hear me say your name, Diane. Did I say it right? How are you today? Okay, thank you. Hi. Lindanus Hughes. Did I say that right? Bud. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Lamb. The great, right? Did I say, yeah, the great art? Because it says great. Yes, you did say my name correct. Okay, perfect, Diane. Thank you, because I mess up names, and I know how I am about my name. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Everything on here is about travel. I have made this commitment to go to walk, and the walking is paying off, and it's been difficult. But it's just a simple walk at an incline. I ain't trying to break my neck. I'm about to incline it a little bit more. That's what the noise you hear. I messed up my name. Oh, I did? I messed up your name? Oh, Liam. Is it Liam or I am the great? I am, okay, well, whoever you are, somebody thinks you're great. If it's only you, that's all that matters, is if it's just you that thinks you're great. But I hope you all have a great day, or you have a great evening. I thank you for coming on. Is there anything you want me to talk about? Like, I can talk about a lot of different things. I can talk about when I got left at the airport at 10 by myself. Oh, you wrote it wrong. Oh, okay. All right. But I can talk about when I got left at the airport by myself. My aunt left me at the airport. Oh, it's actually night. Oh, where are you at, Diane? If you don't mind saying, you somewhere in Asia because she said yes. Talk about that. Okay, so because Asia is 7:51 over on the other side. It's morning for you. Okay, well, good morning to you. I am the great. So I'm gonna talk about when I got left at the airport. So I was always an unaccompanied minor because my aunt lived in California and the rest of our family lived on the East Coast. So in Ohio, Michigan. Oh, you in Australia? Oh, are you in Perth? If that's too much, you don't have to say yes or no. But my daughter's been to Perth, so that's why I said, you know, um, I haven't been on that continent yet. That's the one continent, Australia and Antarctica. Hello, James. How are you? James Freeman. Make sure you subscribe. You like the channel. So my aunt left me in the airport because she lives far out. She lives about 3 hours with traffic. Thank you, technical element. She lives like 3 hours with traffic from LAX and Orange County. Oh, you don't get to go anywhere? Why not? So she knew my plane was coming in, but my aunt works. I'm doing well, Brantley, KZ Brantley. How are you doing? And so she she forgot about me. Well, I guess she overslept. I don't know what she did, but I know I was there by myself at the airport. I mean, I'm fine, but it becomes a point when the airline company can't take care of you anymore at a certain age, and I can't remember the age was, but I was at that age, and so I'm old enough not to have lived when it was only like um, they didn't have cell phones. All you had was a payphone that you had to call somebody from, and you had to call collect back then, and they would charge you. So when I was coming up, they used to charge you to call from Ohio to North Carolina, or Ohio to California, or Michigan to California. It was a long distance charge. So she left me, and I'm like, where are you at? So basically, if the person ain't home, they're not answering the phone. Unlike now, where your phone is with you all the time. So if your phone is with you all the time, no matter where you at, somebody can answer it. So for the longest, it took me a long time to really answer my cell phone when when I was when I first got it. So yeah, I'm in Ohio and it's snowing. I am in Ohio. Yeah. And so when if she didn't answer the phone, that means she was en route. But en route could be like you just left your house. It could be you an hour and 30 minutes away. It could be you are, you know, 3 hours away. I don't really know. So Claudia, she just left me, and I'm just sitting here. They like, and then people saw that I was young, so they would be like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm okay, because I don't want you to take me. I'm not gonna say, "No, I'm not okay. I don't know where my aunt is." I've never been that type of person. So if I knew if really push came to shove, I would go back to the airport and I would tell, not the airport, but the gate agent, the ticket counter, and I would tell her, like, my aunt's not here. Can you look out for me? Because I was always that type of kid. Like, I'm still like that type of adult. Like, this whole social media stuff is kind of like all these strangers. I don't know these people. What if they crazy for real, for real? Like, but not only did my aunt leave me, my aunt left me like 2 times, and she left my son. So when it was time for my daughter to go out there, I was like, nah, you can't. Okay, bye-bye, I'm great. I was like, no, you can't go out there. Yeah, oh, thank you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video. But yeah, so I was like, no, my daughter couldn't go out there. Because I'm like, you ain't about to leave my daughter. And I know she not prepared. Because I've never let my children fly unaccompanied. So her being an unaccompanied minor, flying out there, or her being 16 at the time, going to California by herself and then my aunt don't show up to pick her up, that would be an issue. That would be a huge issue. So when I took them out to California, it was all of us together. And to this day, my aunt, she is, she, that's why I won't send my other kids. And then when my other kids went out there, I drove them to her house. I went and picked them, and then I drove back to Anaheim to pick them so they could come back. But I haven't been to Australia. Diane, did you say you were in Perth? Well, it's because there is a flight from the United States, actually from Dallas, Fort Worth. A lot of people don't know that, but it's from Dallas, Fort Worth to Perth. It's the longest flight in the world. I don't know how it's the longest flight, Diane, but if you look it up, like what is the longest flight in the world? And I don't even know. I knew they had it when my daughter went out there. But if you look it up, it may still be in there that this is the longest flight in the world. And it goes from Dallas to Perth. So that's just a little bit of travel knowledge for you. But because they're on different seasons, so now is the time to go to Australia. So when it's winter time in the States, you go to Australia. And when it's winter time in the States, you go to South America. That's free travel knowledge. A lot of people don't know that. Because I sent my daughter out there, I didn't even research it. And she had all summer clothes. And when she got there, she was like, "Ma, it's cold." I'm like, "It's cold." And then I looked it up, I'm like, "Oh, smack, it is cold." I said, "Girl, well, you're going to have to make do with the clothes you got. You better wear them jeans all the time and you use the washer and the dryer." So, Claudia, what's your favorite? Where are you at? Are you in the States? Are you somewhere else? Are you in the States? Are you in a different country? Like, where are you, Claudia? What else? Oh, I'm gonna tell you an embarrassing story. This is the most embarrassing story of my life. So I was on the plane. Oh, you're in the States, okay. I was on the plane going to California. And I went to the bathroom. But I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad. So if you can just think where this story is going, it's going there real quick. And so when I went in the bathroom, I closed the door and I pulled the handle to the side. I thought I did at least. Well, guess what? I went to bend over and I didn't. And somebody opened the door on me and I was so embarrassed. The look on my face was like a deer in the headlight because I really thought I had closed to lock the door. So now, every time I'm in the air, I'm on a plane, I make sure I lock the door and the lights come on. If the lights don't come on, I do not use the bathroom. Because just imagine some bad, all he sees is my butt up in the air and me squatting on the toilet. And that's what happened. I was so embarrassed. But that was my fault because I was in a rush to use the bathroom. So we should be able to fly normally now. I'm kind of happy about that. I had a trip planned in the next couple of weeks. And I was concerned because I told myself if they cancel my flight, I'm canceling the whole trip. I'm getting my money back for the flight. I'm getting my money back for the hotel. I don't even have to worry about buying another hotel or using points. I said, "Oh, I'm good. I can stay at home." I mean, well, to each his. I mean, I'm not pressed because I pretty much travel like every month. So I'm not pressed if they about like, look, I got a house I can stay in. And I asked my daughter the other day, I was like, if somebody asked you what your mom do at home, what would you say? She said, eat and sleep. Well, sleep and eat. I was like, that's it. Like, that's all you said me do. So yeah, so I'm pretty good with that. So yeah, but it's snowing where I'm at. It's snowing really, really bad. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this live. I have been traveling since I was really young. My favorite destination to go to, well, I've been there the last 2 years, is Key West in the United States. Believe it or not, especially when you do a catamaran out into the Gulf of Mexico, the water is very beautiful. I mean, very, very beautiful. And there are a lot of sandbanks that you can catamaran out to in the Gulf. They have these flying fish in the Gulf that look invisible, and they literally like jump up as you're flying and you're going past in a high speed boat out of the water, and it's almost like, did I really see that? Is that really, what is that coming out? So somebody who's experienced in that area, they'll tell you it's a flying fish. It's hard to get them on camera because they move, they glide so freely, but they come out of the water and they jump and they go back in. I just never seen a fish like that. So I would recommend that to anybody. You know, it's going to Key West. The food is excellent. The customer service is excellent. I've never had a bad experience down there. I stayed at the Perry Hotel. I stayed at the Hampton Inn on Roosevelt Highway down there. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Key West. I've driven to Key West from Miami. I've flown to Key West from Ohio. Driving to Key West was an experience that I've always wanted to have. I just thought it was going to be different. Like, I just thought the whole way there would just be one long bridge. I don't know why. And I was just so amazed at how, like, it's really land and it's connected by these bridges, because bridges are over water, viaducts are over land. I learned that living in Cincinnati, because they don't call them bridges, they call them viaducts. So I just was amazed at how all of these islands that make up the United States were connected by a bridge, and a lot of the bridges weren't over that much water. And then the stretch that they show, that's nothing but water. I was like, oh, this is going by fast. But what I will recommend is that you do not drive to Key West weekend of Memorial Day. Because what happens, or any holiday for that matter, because when you're going back up to Florida, the traffic is like, turns into like a 5 to 6 hour trip, because you're only going like 21 miles per hour. Remember, when everybody's coming down for the weekend, it's sporadic. Some people come on Thursday, some people come on Friday, some people come on Saturday, some people come on Sunday. But then when you're going back up, most people are leaving on a Sunday to go back up. What? What? What are you talking about? What? Don't. That's not. Where is it at? Like, that's not funny. Where? Man, that's okay, Fernandez. You need to leave. Bye. That ain't funny. That's not funny. That is not funny. I don't play like that, because I was about to go complain for real. I don't play. Let me tell you what I don't play with. I don't play with animals. I don't play with rodents. I don't play with pests, and I don't play with insects. I don't like none of them. None of them. You talk about somebody. I'm glad you got your jokes for today. I'm glad you got your whole jokes for today. But make sure you subscribe, Fernandez, since you got a whole bunch of jokes and you like to laugh. And make sure you like too. So yeah, I hope that made your day. I really do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Was serious too. Like, and then the other person like, oh, I see it too. Like, you see it too. Like, we ain't playing them type of games. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Yes, blessings to you. Blessings to you too, and you have a great day. Oh, all the content that you see on my page, I've actually been there. I was talking about Key West, and you like, I see a roach. But yeah, and so yeah, I really like Key West. They were telling me that when we did this last trip in July, they were saying that there's a high-speed boat that goes from Tampa to Key West. So that was news to me. I said when we go back again, I'm gonna try that out. And the couple we sat with when we went to the Dry Tortugas, they actually did the high-speed boat because they make boats. Well, they make high-speed boats, and that's the boat they came on. So they came from Tampa to Key West. So I was gonna try that out. Has anybody on here done that before? They've taken the boat from Tampa to Key West? Anybody? Because believe it or not, I get motion sickness. So I have to wear these bands on my arms. The last couple of cruises I've been on, I didn't wear them. And I didn't wear them on the high-speed boat. The guy told me to look at the horizon. That'll kind of center me if I keep looking out into the horizon. And so it's called C-bands, SEABANDS. I know they sell them at Walmart, and I know that you can get them on Amazon. And you have to position them like right here on both wrists. So it's two, and you can wear them in the shower. You don't have to worry about taking them out. You can wear them when you get in the pool, on the boat. But I will say, if you've been on a 7-day cruise, when you take them off, it'll feel like you like moving back and forth, like your equilibrium is off in your body. So I haven't worn them in the last couple of trips. So I'm gonna be on here for an hour, well, at least 31 more minutes, only because this is part of my goal. It's to walk for an hour. So yeah, I gotta start somewhere, and I gotta start putting myself first. I don't have to be at my building right now, because I got somebody there, but it's still snowing. You have a blessed day too. You have a blessed and a great day. Yes, you have a blessed and a great day. If you have to go to work, I hope you have a great day at work. Don't let anybody make you mad. You gotta learn to shake it off, and that's hard for me. Because somebody say something wrong to me, I'd be like, oh, we not about to do that. That's what we not about to do. Like that man said, oh, we ain't about to do that. And sometimes I say something, I just walk away. Because it's like, okay. But yeah, so Key West is really beautiful. And it's just the water. Like sometimes people leave for water, right? But when we have the water right here in the States, I always talk about Coronado, because when I first went to Coronado Beach, the sand was gold. It was literally gold. And I wish I could find a picture of the gold sand, but every time I've gone back to show somebody else's gold sand, it's never gold. And then I like Henderson State Park down in Destin, because the sand is so white. I mean, it's so white, and it's absolutely beautiful. It does cost to get into Henderson, but to pay that extra price to be in a state park that is well manicured, well, it was well manicured when I went. I would highly recommend, even when we went to I think it's called Baja Honda State Park. It's near, oh, hi, Willow. I'm sorry. Hi, Willow. How are you? Good morning. Good evening. I hope you have a great day, Willow. I mean that. Make sure you subscribe, Willow, if you like to travel. We go somewhere everywhere, especially I travel a lot with my kids. So we just, this summer, we went to Key West. I haven't even posted my content from China. I've been to China. I went to Taiwan. I went to Hong Kong. I didn't post any of that content. This is just, so far it's just all videos. Willow, make sure you subscribe to the channel because maybe you'll see something that you like and you can take your family, encourage your family to go, whatever it may be. Thank you, Willow. So yeah, I like Henderson State Park down in Destin, Florida. We drove there. I did not fly because I didn't have the money. That was the other thing. I did not have the money back then. And so we drove from Ohio. That was the longest trip of my life, especially going through Alabama. I didn't realize Alabama was so big. Like, wow. And I've been to 39 out of the 50 states. And when I say I've driven through 39 states. The one state I do not recommend anyone drive through is Wyoming. By all means, if you can get out of Wyoming, like, there is nothing there. I mean, there's not a signal for your cell phone. There's a satellite in case your car get ran, you get knocked over off the side of the road, and you can call GM to come rescue you. But there ain't no gas stations. It took us like 2 hours or 3 hours before we got a gas station, and we were on the line of Nebraska. I think it's called Sanders, Wyoming. That was the first grocery store we saw coming from Yellowstone. So we went to get to Yellowstone. We drove from Ohio and we went the upper part. So we went through Indiana, Illinois, Iowa. All right, Claudia. We went to Indiana. We went through Minnesota, piece of Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, we went through a piece of Minnesota. Then we went to South Dakota. South Dakota. Yeah, because it's north. I haven't been to North Dakota. So we went to Sioux Falls. We stopped at Costco in Sioux Falls and gassed up. We went to Montana. We went to Billings, Montana. We gassed up there. And then we went down because I went to Mount Rushmore. I drove to, because that was a dream of mine too, to see Mount Rushmore, because I just seen it in the history books and I just thought it would be great. We went to the Crazy Horse Memorial in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And then we went to the Grand Tetons, how you say it, the national park. So my family and I, we go to one national park a year. This year, we went to Dry Tortugas. Last year, we went to the Everglades. The year before that, we went to Shenandoah. So every year, our first national park, believe it or not, was not Cuyahoga Valley, which is right down the street, 30 minutes away. It was Zion. And then our second was Bryce. So when we came from Grand Tetons and there was a fire and they said that's why we couldn't see. And then we went down through, Wyoming was long. I don't recommend that. Man, that drive. Nebraska, if you're not in Omaha, I think that's where Warren Buffett lives. After that, it's just flat. That whole place, but we did stand in two parts. Like there's a thing where you can stand in one part of Nebraska and one part of Iowa. It's on a bridge because it's over a body of water. And we did that. That was kind of cool. That wasn't kind of cool. That was cool. To be in two states at the same time. Ha ha ha. So yeah. But yeah, the only states I haven't been to is Hawaii, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Oregon, Washington, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Idaho, North Dakota, and it's one more that I can't think of. So I said next year, guess what I'm gonna do? Every month, I'm going to one of them states. Because I don't want to be 50 years old and then I hit all of the states. So every month, I'm going to pick a state and I'm going to go to one of the ones I haven't gone to. I'm going to rent a car. So I'm probably going to go to Maine. Oh, I didn't say Maine. I haven't been to Maine. That's the 11th one. So I'm going to go to Maine, I know, in July. That I do know. because they have a lobster fest. I think it's like end of July, beginning of August. So yeah. So that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Everything on here is all things travel. Every place that you see a short of, a video of, I've actually been. I went to Antigua, right? Antigua this summer. I wanted to go back because I wanted to go to Barbuda and go for the day. So I wanted to spend more time in Antigua, and spending like a day, 24 hours in Barbuda. I thought that would be nice. And I'm walking. I'm at an incline. And I got on a sweater and some sweatpants. So yeah. But yeah, we got 37 minutes. And I'm at 30 minutes with y'all. So what y'all got planned today? Any good trips you got coming up? Anything you want to know about a place? I know my least liked airline location hub is Charlotte. I just commented on a post about that. Somebody was like, how could you put Charlotte as number one? Because the customer service is horrible. I would never, if you have to fly through Charlotte in the wintertime, oh, you might as well chalk it up as a loss. I would go through Miami. I would go through DC. I would go through Chicago. I would go everywhere else on the face of the earth except for Charlotte in the wintertime. And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Do not book a flight that connects through Charlotte. Pick any other location but Charlotte. The customer service is horrible. When I say horrible, they don't even follow their own rules and policies. So if an airline cannot get you on their carrier within 48 hours, they can call another airline company to confirm you on their flight. And I was at the customer service desk for American Airlines because the gate agent left the door open, but they had a sign posted, the electronic sign that said flight was closed. If your flight is closed, then your door needs to be closed. Your flight is not closed if your door is open. And so, because the door was open, I told her to stop. So she didn't stop issuing my seats, giving up my seats, because I had 3 for me and my family, to people who were standby passengers. She kept issuing them out. I said, ma'am, you are giving away my seats. Ma'am, the flight is closed. You need to go talk to customer service. I said, ma'am, that flight is not closed unless that door is closed. That's FAA regulation. That's not my word. That's not your word. That's what the rules say. And you are steady giving out tickets to people who were not confirmed on this flight. And you knew my flight was late. They did know that. They could have talked to the air traffic controller and told the air traffic controller to, hold the flights. But instead, you so pressed about these people standing in front of you. But then I looked at the thing at first, it wasn't meant for me to be on that flight. But then I knew it was something else spiritual when the lady told me I had the next flight wouldn't be able to get me there to Sunday. I was gonna miss my whole conference by Sunday. So then it was like, oh, you don't want me here? Now I'm gonna press even harder. So I had to rent a car, and I was not prepared to rent a car. And to get me and my family from Charlotte to Atlanta. So I think that's a 3-hour and 45-minute drive. So they gave us a hotel stay and meal vouchers. So what I did was we used the hotel to just take a nap, take a shower, bathe, so we could get up in the morning and get prepared. I did not have my luggage either. So I really took a shower, like and put all dirty clothes again, and I ain't like that at all. And I ain't had time to go to no store because I had to be there. I think it started at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I had to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. And here I am, sleep deprived, because it's not till 3:30, 3:40 that we get to the Embassy Suites in Charlotte. And I overslept. My children overslept. I don't even think I got them nothing to eat. We had to eat. They had to eat Chick-fil-A. And then anytime I'm in North Carolina, I always get Bojangles sweet tea. So I got some sweet tea at Bojangles, and then went across the street to Chick-fil-A and got us all some breakfast. So we drove. Oh, the other part of the story is they only had two vehicles, two types of vehicles. That was a minivan and an electric vehicle. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do the electric vehicle. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have did that because I knew nothing about electric vehicles. I don't drive an electric vehicle. I don't know how they operate. We were driving. We was low on voltage. And the first time it told me where I could get gas at, how far it was, I said, oh, I got some time. I kept going. Right then, when I'm pressed, uh, oh, you a Christian? Well, I pray the blessings of the Lord upon your life, and I hope, and God will provide. I will stop my life for that. My actions will determine my character and integrity. I will say that to you. And just because you ask someone that question doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to tell you the truth. But what I also will say to you is I hate liars. So you can ask somebody that question and they cannot be who they say they are. I want you to first know that. And based on my answer, you should be able to tell what type of person I am if you're truly a Christian. So I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that if you really are a believer in Jesus Christ, he will provide. And sometimes his providing is showing you who you are as a person and what you need to get rid of. And your faith is what you cannot see. It's your belief that no matter what happens in life, the fact that you are alive, you still breathing, you can see on your own, you can move your fingers, you can move your legs, you can go to the bathroom on your own. It's more than a blessing than anything else. And I know it may be hard for you right now, but I want you to know he will provide. I am living proof that he will provide. It's the fact that you still get up every day and you move forward that he'll provide in your moving. I have been in situations where I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I wanted to close the doors of my business, but I said no. I had people depending on me. I got up and he made a way. So you can't ask somebody, that's what I'm saying. You can't ask somebody no moral screen. Like, their character and integrity shows through their actions. One video with me doesn't tell you who I am. One video with anybody in the world doesn't tell you who they are. Their actions tell you who they are. You watch them. You have to learn how to watch people. It take me 2 to 3 years to trust somebody because I didn't watch them. You have to watch somebody. What do they do? What do they say? Are they saying the same thing over and over again? Now, I'm like, your questions are your questions. That's something you want to know. You know, I'm not. Yeah, but just because, so for example, I'm on this treadmill, right? Clearly, I have not put myself first. That's the first question. So if my body count is out of order based on what you think of, then I'm off of your list then. You can just X me out right there to there. That's an obvious. That's a question that nobody needs to, figure out. That's not, like, what's your body count? What do body count matter? Clearly, you can see I am not respecting the temple that God has given me. It's up to me to make that step, that conscious effort to put me first. But when you start putting yourself first, a lot of other things change. So I hope that helps somebody today, what I said. Whoever you are, wherever you at, be encouraged. I just posted it on my other channel. Like, look, I want to make sure that you understand there is hope. I understand what you said. If you don't, let me, okay, so let me get to this. If you don't like nothing I say, it's a whole bunch of other people on the universe, I'm not even gonna say universe, on the earth, in this world that you can watch right now. I know it is. I believe that. You should put yourself first. You can't, you know what? Okay, so that's your opinion. That's your opinion. No, you should not put people before you. If your health starts to suffer because you put other people before you, that's not a good decision. Every decision you make is, how can I be the best me so that I can help someone else? If you're not the best you can't help somebody else. If you're not the optimal version of yourself, there's no way that you can help somebody else. All right, so what I was saying was that if you just tuning in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. I am on the treadmill right now. And some of the things you're saying are going to get you removed from this channel. I can tell you that now. You can go to your channel and you can talk about whatever you want to talk about and say whatever you want. But this is my show, and that so yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But here it is. Here we are again. So I know I'm going to all 12 states next year. I'm sorry, 11 that I haven't gone. So I'm going to go to the different one each month. And then I'm going to throw in an international trip. Probably won't be going back to Jamaica, only because Jamaica, I was there during the first hurricane that came early on July 3rd of 2024, Hurricane Beryl. And with them having this other hurricane that just passed by, clearly something is going on with Jamaica. And it was a Category 4 with me. It was a Category 5 when it landed this year. It turned to a Category 4 as it went further into the country. So me and Jamaica probably not gonna be on one accord. I can say that for a long time. But when I was in Antigua, he said it's called a trade wind. The breeze was the best I had ever felt in any country. I had never been in a country and the breeze, it was just so relaxing. So if you've never been to Antigua, because I keep calling it Antigua, but it's Antigua, I would highly recommend that. Like, it was the best breeze. Like, I mean, it was just so gentle. Like, and I have videos of me saying like, wow, this breeze is amazing. Like, I fell asleep on the beach and I was like, let me get up before these people think I'm homeless because I'm sleeping on the beach. So, that, anybody going anywhere for Thanksgiving or Christmas? Are you going anywhere? Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm almost done. I cannot believe that I've been on here for this long talking. I am so proud of myself. And after this, I gotta go take a shower and then I gotta start working. Hopefully they sign these permission slips. Man, I hope they did. It's snowing. It's not raining. It's snowing. So this is the weather you have to drive extra slow in. I don't even know how full. Nobody's texting me. So we should be good on that end. Or if they did, it probably wouldn't interrupt what I'm doing right now. It will probably wait. So, yeah. So I was talking about going to Atlanta. So then I had to drive. We were at the EV station. No, my daughter was like, Mom, just usually I called a friend of mine and was like, I need you to help me and look up where I need you to follow me because I was kind of scared. Because I wanted to know that I would be safe. And if something happened to me in this vehicle while I'm driving and nobody knows that I'm here, that you could at least call somebody and tell them, like, you know, she this is where she at. Can you send somebody for her? And so my daughter looked on the phone. We ended up stopping at a Walmart. She found a Walmart that allowed us to charge. So we went inside of the Walmart because my phones was dying too because I hadn't anticipated driving from Charlotte to Atlanta because American Airlines refused to hold the flight for me and my children and everybody else who were on connecting flights. And I didn't even tell you that the inexperienced flight attendant, instead of her knowing that the flight was delayed, knowing that several people on the flight had connecting flights, and saying, we have a lot of people on this flight who have connecting flights. If Charlotte is your last destination, can you please remain seated and let the individuals who have connecting flights, because our flight has been delayed and they may miss it, off the plane first. She gets on the phone, on the intercom, and says, well, we're going to go row by row because that's the fastest way to get off the plane. Girl, go sit down. You need to be fired because you don't know what you're talking about. And then they didn't even tell us our gates. That's how I knew they was inexperienced too. Normally they get on. We know a lot of you have connecting flights to ease the stress of deplaning. These are the gates if you're going to this city because they have a list, and I can't think of the list what they call it, but it's a roster of everybody on that flight and everybody that's connecting and every place that they're going. They could have looked up them gates and they could have told us all the gates, but instead what they let us do is, hello James, they let us get off the plane, go look at the monitor to tell us where we was going. And you gotta run a mile to your gate all the way on the other side to get to where you're going. So I ain't talking about that part. That's why I don't recommend Charlotte. Again, if you just tuning in, do not connect through Charlotte in the winter. Do not connect through Charlotte during a major holiday. Don't connect through Charlotte for anything. Only go to Charlotte if Charlotte is your final destination. That's it. Don't do nothing in Charlotte. That airport is horrible. When I say horrible, I mean horrible. I don't care how nice it looks. Do not go through Charlotte. Go to Miami, go to Chicago, go to JFK. And the customer service representatives, and like they the be all, end all, be all, like they know all the rules. The lady told me she could get me on another carrier, right? She could confirm me on another carrier. That's what she said. She said, I'll look into it, but I can't confirm you unless we don't have a flight out for 48 hours. So when I took her back to that, they didn't have a flight out for 48 hours, and to confirm me and my children on another flight, she was like, I didn't say that. Yes, you did. I said, lady, you can look at my points in my history in the American Advantage program. You can see how much I travel and how long I've been a member with y'all. You can get me on a confirmed flight. So she didn't help me, but the lady on the phone who she referred me to, because she thought that she couldn't do her job, well, she needed to be fired. And I knew the comment she had on something that I knew this conversation wasn't going to go well with her anyway, because it was going to be alter versus alter. So I was just like, lady, I don't have time for you. I'm pressed for time right now already because of your buffoonery. So the lady online, she called. I called her, and she tried to get me on every carrier, United, Delta, and she couldn't. She's like, they won't confirm you. She's like, they're full. I guess they're full too. Yeah, like, yeah, it's the weekend. It's the holiday weekend. Everybody's full. So we got to the EV station. I did a turbocharge. So those of you who looking for an EV vehicle, you don't know anything about an EV vehicle, it's a turbocharge, right? That's what you want, because it's gonna charge your vehicle in like 30 minutes. So we went inside Walmart. I got me a car charger to plug into the car because I had the bricks, because I was not planning on being in a car Labor Day weekend. I was planning on being on a plane. And so we stopped. We got there late. And I remind you, I didn't get tickets for my kids. I only got a ticket for me. And I tried to get my other kids to come to babysit. And they were like, no. The other one's like, our cousin coming in. I can't leave her to come be with you. I'm thinking in my head, yes, you can. But that's another conversation. And so we get there, and I'm like, you don't want to hear my story. Do you want to hear my story? I was like, so I'm going to ask you up front if you got 2 tickets because somebody didn't show up. But you don't want to hear my story why I'm late. She like, yes, I do want to hear your story. Tell me. So I tell her story. She like, wait, hold on. Here you go. Here go your 2 tickets. I'm like, thank you so much. I'm like, you don't want to hear the rest of the story? She like, no, I don't want to hear the rest of the story. So that was why I say don't go through Charlotte. Don't go through Charlotte on American Airlines for nothing. I don't care if it's to get your dog in Charlotte. I just, I would not connect through Charlotte on American Airlines. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. You like, and you can comment. I'll say hi to you if that's what you want me to say. There's no harm in saying hi. But every video you see on this channel, I've personally taken. I've personally been to that location. I've been to 39 out of the 50 states. I've been to Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, New Mexico, Idaho, North Dakota, Washington, Colorado. I've been to Colorado, sorry. Washington and Oregon and Hawaii. Did I say all 11? If not, I always miss one. And it's Oklahoma. So, yeah. But that's my plan, to go to all 11 states next year so I can be done with my 50 out of 50. And I'm almost done with this walk, too. Almost done with the walk. And that's my 60 minutes. All it takes is 60 minutes, but I'm telling you, I ain't changed nothing I ate. And I've been doing this walk for 1 hour, and I done lost weight. I'm happy. Because Lord knows I've been, what they do, they be like, Lord knows I've been eating. God save my soul. Thank you, Jesus. I mean that seriously. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, look, I got the sweat all up here. But yeah, they're saying it's the cool down. But I got to recording myself. So I'm going to step off for a minute and put up my other phone so I can record myself walking and leave my little words of encouragement on my site. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment. But yeah, I turned them lights on. I never turned them on. So yeah, where are you from, everybody? You still on here and you still watching, so where are you from? You can comment. You gonna comment? I do want to go back to China. I did like China. I thought it was nicer than the... Oh, it's about to start. And that's my 60 minutes. Okay, now I gotta record myself. So hold on. Because I only been on here for 52. I need to go get some water too. I'm thirsty. I hate when I need to stop saying that. I like when I exercise, because when I exercise, I get a whole burst of energy. It's like, yes, let's go. Let's conquer the world. Alright, so now I'm recording content, just so you know. Right? They can't hear me. Well, they can't hear me. I haven't decided if I'm going to block it out or not yet. But yeah, I'm going a little bit too slow. And then I'm going to have to cut some of it out. I think I'm only... So I've been doing like 2 minutes. Of content, like of overlay of me just walking. And I know this one I'm gonna have to cut a little bit down, but Is there any place that you dream of traveling to? Make sure you subscribe, you leave a like, even leave a comment on this video when I post it. If I don't like your comment, guess what? I'm going to delete it. Just so that we are clear and it's no hard feelings. This is not the channel for somebody to come on and portray your views, because you will. And so here's the point behind what I'm about to say. There are so many other people in this world that are on live right now that you can actually talk to, that you can share your views with, that you can find who believe the same thing you believe. And how do you know what you believe is not a lie that you have told yourself? I know what I believe is not a lie because I've seen it manifest, not manifest, but I've seen my faith come alive. I've seen my life change. I've seen miracles, modern day miracles. And it's not, the dead coming up out the ground and, people walking on water, but to me, it's what modern day people walking on water looks like. When you don't have, some money, and then you happen to look in your account and it's $10,000 there. It's like, where did this come from? Or you get a check in the mail and it's unexpected. You weren't expecting that. So that's what I'm saying. It's so many other people who have the same views as you. You can just find them on the internet. It ain't hard. I mean, so for you to come on here and want to say what you want to say and it don't align with what I got to say, that's stupid. That's a waste of your time. Because there's everything in the world to block you and your view and your opinions if it don't align with what I want. Man, I'm too old to be going back and forth. Look, when I was younger, I used to tell kids, I don't got time to be going back and forth with you. I'm from the old school. We don't sit in the comments and go back and forth with people. We be like, where you want to meet at? So we can nip this in the bud real quick. Like, all that going back and forth, no, that's for the birds. That's birds. And you mess around with me, you'll be in court. For real. You will definitely be in court. So this ain't the type of person. I'm well educated. Let's put it like that. I may come over here and laugh and act a fool, and talk about travel and some of the funny stuff that's happened to me, like getting in the car with strangers, and I'm still here to tell the story. But that's all. That's for jokes and, to tell you don't do that, because that's crazy. Yes, I lived through it, and it was nothing bad happened at all. That's why I'm here to tell the story. But you gotta have the grace of God with you to do some stuff like that. You can't be out here willy-nilly in it and living however you want, and then you gonna do some buffoonery like that. It ain't gonna turn out right. I can tell you that now. But I thank God it turned out right for me. Glory be to God. That's not a joke. And he knows it's not a joke. I'm so serious when I say that. Glory be to God. I am so thankful. So thankful. I could stand on here for an hour and say thank you. Actually, just all the places I've been to, the people I've gotten to meet, I'm very thankful for that. But I'm telling you, at 1 hour, this will be coming to an end. So whoever is this person that's on here, thank you. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you to everybody who has stayed on to hear me speak. I really appreciate you. I mean that sincerely. I don't want you to ever think somebody doesn't appreciate you or value you, but I do. And I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me. Out of all the things that you could be doing today and right now, you chose to listen to me and my stories. You chose to listen to me go on somebody. You chose to just spend time with me virtually. So I want to say thank you. I don't take it light. I'll never take it light. No matter how big this channel grows, I will forever be thankful that somebody believed or wanted to hear what I had to say, and that it wasn't necessarily my children. No, I'm just playing. That was me being funny. But it's a lot of people in my personal life, they do like listening to my stories. I'm also thankful for those who supported me. If they stayed around, if they haven't, when they left. And they left in their mind on bad terms with me. It wasn't bad terms. I'm thankful for the time that we spent together. I really mean that. So it's been an hour. Bye. Thank you, 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 thank you. All right, have a great day.